we're back with another episode.
All right.
Welcome back to another episode of the Face Off with Fleming and Fowler, y'all. We are back at it again. One more week.
Ooh. We sound like
Yeah,
Alicia.
yeah. We sound like Alicia Keys.
Probably a little better than Alicia Keys.
A lot of it better. A lot of it better. We gonna get into that though. How was your week this past week?
My week was good. Yeah. Weather's been nice.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything. I went to Dallas this weekend.
Was it super cold there? Because it got cold here in San Antonio.
It was colder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Got some spicy rigatoni from Carbone, a personal favorite.
Was it spicy coming out? I'm just saying. Typically it is.
Yes.
I don't know.
They don't need to know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, weekend got to see some friends, got to see my cousin. So yeah.
That's good.
What about you? How was your week?
My week was filled with trials and tribulations. As y'all know,
trials and trib week.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, but we got through it. Thank God. Thanks be unto God with giving us the victory. My week started off really rough because, as y'all know, I was like zooted on the last episode, which to those of my family and friends that saw the video and that was just like, Monica, you were absolutely zooted off those muscle relaxers. Yes, I was.
Yeah,
exactly.
And real episode. This is an intervention that I've staged for you. You're a druggie.
So this is the real me off of drugs. I'm still on steroids, but not any muscle relaxers or anything. Thank God. So I had to call into work Monday and Tuesday of last week, and went to work Wednesday, and I still had a bit of a limp when I was walking because it was very difficult for me to walk. And my shouts out to my coworker Jackie. She's an amazing Black PT. And I just say I'm telling her race just because it's Black History Month. But anyway, she was able to do some Alpha Stim on me and Laser Touch 1. And I was able to get some free physical therapy, which was really great, which is what I really needed. And so I tried to see as many patients as I could. But on Wednesday, I had this one guy. He was an older Black guy. He was like 328 pounds. And so I went in with one of the OTs and she's like, oh, sir, can you put your socks on? Da, da, da. And he's like, ma'am, do you see how big I am? I can't put on those socks. So he turns to me and tries to hand me the socks. And I'm like, sir, I'm big too. And I'm nursing a back injury. Fuck your socks. I can't put your socks on, sir. So you just got to walk barefoot or something because I can't help you out. But other than that, it was
hard it is to put socks on.
And two, number one, when you have a big penis or increased body habitus, but also two, when
belly.
Yeah, but also when you have a back injury, it's hard just putting your drawers on, baby.
Rolling.
Like, I wanted to free ball so bad, but then I was like, I still got to put pants on because I didn't wear pants over the weekend. But it was rough. I was just like, one of my coworkers said to me, it was one of the EVS workers said to me, she was like, you look about you like you in your 30s. She was like, nah, your knees probably too old. I was like, I said, ma'am, I don't have Megan Thee Stallion knees. I was like, I wish I did, but I need a Megan Thee Stallion back at this point because I need knees and back transplant. But
point of life where I wake up in the morning and my immediate first thought is like, don't make a sudden move. Like, you gotta try it out first. You gotta kind of wiggle, and then I have to talk myself through the log roll to get out of bed. I give myself the same spiel that I give my patients. I'm like, okay, roll to your side, draw. Like, I'm not even 30. This is ridiculous.
I sleep on my side, and I sleep with like 8 pillows. I have like a huge body pillow. Exactly. And I have the big pregnancy pillow as well too. And I tell people, I'm like, listen, if I ever try to just jump out of bed, ain't no jumping out of bed turning my swag on. I can't do that. I have to warm these bones up because I'm pushing 40.
Emergency, a fire,
I'll be screwed.
I'm done.
I'll be screwed. Yeah, because I cannot hop out of the bed. That lifestyle for a soldier boy, it's not for me. I can't hop out of anything.
Swag is off. No jumping.
Yeah, I was taking the muscle relaxers and the ibuprofen and Tylenol, which helped.
Ooh, what a cocktail.
I know. Listen, I was on drugs last week. Okay. Not hardcore. The muscle relaxers though. I don't see how people get. I don't see how people get addicted to muscle relaxers like that. I don't like being incapacitated and feeling like I don't have control of my faculties.
Some people like to turn it off up here.
But it didn't turn me off. I felt like I was like locked in syndrome. Like I was still coherent, but I couldn't. There was nothing I could do. Like I was just stuck, and I was like, I can't move. I can't do anything. I'm like, that's not fun.
Yeah.
But other than that, though,
So can't relate. But
really, well, you can have mine if you need some.
oh, perfect.
I got like I think a 30-day supply or something like that. I think.
Great. Wait, okay.
But
I have a question for you. I saw this
Yeah.
thing on TikTok. This guy was talking to his wife about when he goes to sleep
Mhm.
and how his brain like goes to sleep too. Like his brain will start to turn off and then he goes to sleep. And she's like, "What do you mean? Like you don't just have all these conversations and like sound bites and songs and all these things running through your head?" So I'm like, when you go to sleep, does your brain turn off or do you
Oh yeah, it absolutely turns off. Yeah, I have a whole dialogue in my head, conversations, everything. Absolutely.
There's
What
never
about you?
not noise in here. Like even if it's like
Yeah,
movies, songs, books, thoughts, plans, dreams,
conversations. Yeah,
conversations. How do people just turn that off?
I don't know what that's like to not have external noise in your head.
Yeah. Even if I'm
There's
just like,
always something going on in my
I
head.
talk to
Always.
myself all day. I'm like, all right, I'm just
Yeah.
motivating myself to do the shit that I have to do.
Because you know what's crazy too? When COVID first happened, like wearing masks in public was the best thing for people who talk to themselves, like me, because you know how you're going down the alley, you're just saying random bullshit, and you're just like, this peanut butter is $3.28. If I can get something else, you're just making stupid noises, right? And so we did that for so long, and so sometimes when I don't, like if I go to the grocery store late at night or super early in the morning, which is what I do because I hate people, I will forget my mask, and then I'll do the same thing, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
People can see you talking to yourself, Monica. Don't do
Giving
that.
Bluetooth headset, you know?
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, there's a whole like shutdown process that my brain has to take in order to go to bed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I get there quickly.
I hear something in my brain until I'm asleep, and then I don't know I'm asleep.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it happens very quickly. The shutdown, it powers down just like a computer, and it happens very quick because I can go as soon as I lay my head down, I can go to
do you
sleep.
fall asleep as soon as you lay down?
Absolutely.
It takes me forever. That's why I have to start to like the process of going to sleep, like an hour and a half before.
I've always been like that, where I can go to sleep very easy, very quickly.
Hit the hay.
Hit the hay, baby.
God.
Hit the hay. I tell you what else has been hitting. What were you talking about? A New York dance team.
Okay, if you have been anywhere around social media in the past couple hours at this time I'm recording it, it'll be days by the time this comes out. But there was a NYPD dance team that was on some kind of news segment. They were recorded doing a dance routine.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of questions that I have and mild concerns. But this looked like it was these, what I would call probably middle-aged and above women in knee pads
Lord Jesus.
and NYPD shirts. Knee pads.
Knee pads?
Knee pads, because they were doing groundwork.
That's how you know you're too old to be dancing.
If you need knee pads, you gotta put it away. You gotta throw in the towel if you need a knee pad.
Megan ain't got no knee pads on.
But these women, and like, God bless them, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do, but it was just giving like YMCA Zumba class, not necessarily dance team. I was waiting for like, it's NYPD. I wanted step. I wanted stomp. I wanted, and it wasn't.
Yeah. And New York is known for dancing.
Yeah, and culture and
right.
Rhythm. And so then everyone's like, y'all are cutting all this funding from schools, but y'all have a whole ass NYPD dance, like just all of these things. And I'm like, are these officers of the law? I don't know. There's some professions you have where you just like, once you see them in a different light, it's very hard to take them seriously,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
very true. Mm-hmm.
Like if I saw my dentist dancing Zumba, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a little strange. You're in my mouth like that. You're just out here fucking wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, you're just hitting the quan like that. You're weird. Yeah.
Or like a lawyer,
Mm-hmm. That dancing meteorologist that does all the time. I'm like, dude, sit down.
Yeah.
It's too much.
So it was a little strange. Cops should be allowed to dance, but I just don't want to see it in a dancing format.
I think if police officers danced more and were more nourished with the correct food, maybe we would have less police brutality.
Maybe they need a creative outlet. There were no men on this dance team, and I'm thinking they're the ones who could
Not
benefit
surprised.
from some
Yeah.
movement therapy.
Yeah.
But
Typically men are abusers.
hey, that's just science.
It's science. It's evidence based. That's not me saying it.
When I was in elementary school, whoa, you look like you just stroked.
Oh no, because my eyelash was in my eye. I'm sorry. I just closed my eye down real fast. Sorry.
When I was in elementary school, our moms started this like mom dance team.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like we were on the pep squad, and then the moms at every pep rally would come out and do a performance. And that's what this was giving. It was like 2002, and I'm watching my mom dance to Mambo Number 5. That's what watching
Lord Jesus
felt like to me.
A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Alyssa. They don't say your name, but it's okay. We'll put it in there.
I don't think the only song that has ever said my name is there's a country song called Alyssa Lies, and it's about this girl being abused. So.
Well, why are they saying she lies if she's being abused? Is she lying about being abused?
She lies to the teachers. She lies to the kids at school.
Oh, that she's not being abused. Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's
Alyssa, is there something you want to tell our audience?
Oof, Alyssa, I am a liar, but not about that. Just about
that's true.
Stuff in
that's
general.
Very true. Wow.
Yeah.
Petey Pablo says my name too.
Songs.
Very true. Petey Pablo says my name too. Keisha, Tamika, Monica, Monique, Christina, Yolanda. Yeah.
What happened to Petey Pablo? Where's he at?
I think he's still in North Carolina somewhere, switching his shirt around his head like a helicopter.
Carolina. God, man. Bops.
It was a time. Speaking of some other bops, did you watch King of Bops, Mr. Usher himself, Mr. Usher Raymond?
I did see the Usher concert that they played in between the Super Bowl.
I love how you call it the Usher concert. It's hilarious.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so fun, except for here's the thing, because people keep talking about like, oh, the best Super Bowl show, like halftime performances, the most watched. And I heard a lot of discourse from people that I didn't hear last year that was like, oh yeah, I didn't really like Rihanna all that much. Da, 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 da. She performed that whole thing by herself. She brought out no one else. So I will not
She really did.
Rihanna slander. Okay?
Yeah.
She's pregnant. This show is great. He has a catalog. So many songs.
Yes.
I was just like, oh, dangers. Also good. Alicia Keys, I could have done without.
Completely. And her flat sing. Here's the thing about Alicia Keys. I really want people to understand. I am from the generation where Alicia Keys first came out. I remember when she was a breakout artist. Mm-hmm. And during that time, her and India.Arie were pretty much not going head to head, but they were two women who were both musicians who played multiple instruments, who had amazing songs just on the radio. Of course, Alicia Keys was more of the, like crossover pop kind of, pop R&B. And then India.Arie was the neo soul. And I remember I was so pissed that Alicia Keys won as many Grammys as she did and India.Arie did not, because I'm like, India.Arie could actually sing.
Yeah.
Alicia Keys cannot. Now, that's not to take anything away from Alicia Keys. I love Alicia Keys because she is an amazing musician. She's an amazing writer.
A
great person, I'm quite sure. Beautiful woman. Your voice sucks. And that's it.
You're telling me you're on the world stage, the fucking Super Bowl, one of the most highly watched televised things that happens every single year. And the first note you're going to hit is going to be to my untrained ear, I was like, that ain't right. That doesn't sound right at all.
Nope. And as a person who's very sensitive to singers and who actually does sing, I'm not trying to be a singer, so do not ask me to sing because I'm not going to do it. But as a person who has been singing all their life and whose ears are trained as well too, like Alicia Keys could never sing. Nobody has ever been like, oh my God, I got to learn that Alicia Keys run. Never. Well, when she sung at Whitney Houston's funeral, I was like, Sissy Houston, I don't know who was in charge of the talent, but you should have known better than to allow Alicia Flat Keys to sing at Whitney the Houston's funeral. She screamed. She sounded like an ashtray, like a box of cigarettes, like she needed some damn Ricolas. It was ridiculous.
Well, and I don't know what I was expecting them to do. Like, obviously, they were like, she can't just have this video of her singing like trash circulating on like platforms.
Oh, there's plenty.
So they dubbed over it, which I guess that makes sense. But then I'm like, so y'all are just gonna dub over it, like y'all are just gonna think we're not gonna know, or we're gonna forget. Like,
and the original is still there.
You weren't gonna win because either way, we're gonna talk trash about the fact that you dubbed over it, or if you left it, talking shit about how you sounded.
I feel like because her came out and did her, you know, the kind of the famous guitar solo. I felt like she would have been a perfect person to replace Alicia and have done My Boo.
Waiting for her to sing.
Because her voice, I have not seen a single her performance that has been trash.
Nope.
And again, same. I put her in the same category as Alicia with regard to being an amazing musician, producer, songwriter. Love it. But Alicia's vocal cords, no ma'am, it's never been it. I don't care if she sold 1 trillion albums. You ain't gonna never convince me that Alicia Keys' voice is a bop. It's not. Her song, I put her in the category as like Adele. I know that's gonna be controversial.
That is
controversial. I'm just saying, Adele has beautiful songs. She has beautiful songs. As Aretha would say, beautiful gowns. But her voice, you've never heard somebody say, "Oh my God, I gotta learn that Adele run." No.
Alicia Keys has, I could probably give you like 5 songs that people know, maybe 3 that everyone knows of Alicia Keys, 5 that are most commonly well known. But I'm like, I don't think she's got like a catalog. It's not like
Alicia?
Yeah.
Now that's where I disagree with you on that one. Now I hate her voice, but goddamn, I be singing them songs now because she, again, the songs be songing. And I can, from that first album, baby. Yes, I can. Alicia Keys has an absolute catalog. Absolutely, she does. That voice ain't it, but that catalog is hidden. And that's no disrespect to her.
I just really need to know how many people thought that Jermaine Dupri was supposed to Olympic CeeLo Green at the Super Bowl. Jermaine Dupri looked like a Lollipop Guild member.
Okay.
What was that outfit?
I sound like an ashtray.
Yeah, Usher shirtless, looking fine as hell. You got Alicia Keys in this sexy red outfit. The dress is the whole piano, and then Jermaine Dupri looks like
an Oompa Loompa
in London. Like,
yeah, he just reminds me of like Drake, like where he's always just there, and you're like, why the fuck are you here, little dude? Like he's just always in the way. Like get the fuck out of the way. Like he's an amazing legend. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from what he's done, but goddamn, he just looks so fucking awkward. No matter what he wears, he always looks like he's dressed like, you know how in the early 2000s where they had like the long white tees and like the long trousers and the dunks. That's what he just looks like all the time. No matter what he puts on, he always looks like his clothes are just way too big for him and they are not tailored to him. Law Roach, I need you to connect with Jermaine Dupri. I just need you to.
Yep. So I could have done without him. I screamed when Ludacris came out. Obsessed.
Lil Jon too.
Yeah.
Yep. Lil Jon looks so different though. I mean, I know people grow up, but he just looked.
Never meet your heroes.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't. I'm like, you need some crunk juice, Lil Jon. What happened? He done calm down.
It just sucks because Usher looks exactly the same. Ludacris pretty much looks the same. Alicia Keys looks the same.
The same, yeah.
will.i.am.
And Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys, I feel like looks younger now, and the fact that remember she stopped wearing makeup a lot of the times to go different places and stuff, and that's how you know she's a natural beauty. The vocal cords are just horrible, but everything else about her is amazing.
Okay,
the vocal cords are not.
Usher rubbing up on her body like that.
I didn't feel like there was anything wrong with it. I felt like, for them, they've been in the industry for a very long time. And I feel like they have from what I can see, they have a very good working relationship. And I just feel like Usher wouldn't do anything to jeopardize, number one, his friendship or his working relationship with her and do anything to disrespect her husband. But also, too, the song is about my boo. So you have to have some type of sensuality and like sexiness about it. Like he wasn't filling up her crotch and her titties and shit. He just rubbed like, her. Yeah, but he just rubbed like her hip. But I'm like, Alicia Keys got a nice ass body. But I'm like, I don't think he did anything to. If I were Swiss Beats, I wouldn't look at that and be offended. But I also can't tell him what to be offended by.
That's true. And he wasn't. He put out an Instagram.
Oh, did he? What did he say?
He did. He was basically like, y'all are talking about the wrong shit. Like her dress was beautiful. She did a great job. Lie.
Right, true.
Like it's all love, and we've known Usher, blah, 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 so he didn't give a shit. But I just was watching the Super Bowl performance with a group of people, and when
Yeah.
they started dancing together, all of us were like, "Whoa, oh shit!" I just don't think
Well, he's
anyone.
talking about his boo.
I know, but I also think after the Janet thing, it's been so toned down. Everyone tones it the fuck down. So
Well,
I'm
it
just
wasn't a Janet thing. It was a Justin Timberlake thing because Janet stood there and got exposed by a white
yeah.
man during
Ever
Black
since
History
we
Month.
yes, agree.
You see how the white man always trying to fuck up some shit for the black woman? Anyway.
I cannot believe the Chiefs won.
I'm so mad they won. I really wanted Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens to win. I didn't want another repeat of that. I'm like, can we just get an exciting football game? As a fan of football, I really just wanted an exciting game. That was not an exciting game at all. I know it went into overtime. Who cares? It was not an exciting game.
Also, did you hear all the 49ers players talking about how they didn't know the overtime rules?
No.
First of all,
you shouldn't be in the NFL if you don't know the rules,
that's
baby.
what the fuck I'm saying. That's like getting called, like fucking up at work and getting called in by your boss and being like, "Oh, well, I didn't know that was a part of my job. I didn't know that was like." I guess in overtime now, each team gets a possession, and they didn't realize that or something. But
that's how it's always been.
They all went on their press things afterwards. They're talking to media, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know that was the rule." And I was like, "Isn't this your whole fucking job?"
That's overtime. That's been the bane of overtime. I'm not the bane, but that's been the foundation of overtime for forever.
But I'm like, also, aren't multiple people paid to know this information? And like
exactly, i.e. your coach.
Not talking to people. Like this is someone's whole career is just to know the rules to this game.
Yeah, no, that's rigged. That's rigged. That got to be something. Yeah, you can't make. I'm sorry, you're in a professional league and you don't know the rules of the game, bitch. Please
make that make sense.
Not with that non-guaranteed ass money. No, I ain't buying that shit. Did you watch any Super Bowl commercials?
Yes. I did. I wasn't paying attention a lot to them because I was forcing everyone at the Super Bowl party I was at to talk about the Drake video.
Oh my god, that chicken.
I needed to know what everyone thought about it. But my personal favorites were the Beyonce commercial. The way I'm pausing. The way that she went on, like, okay, I have multiple thoughts.
Okay, let's get one of them out.
She went to Super Bowl and she knows that the shit's about to drop and she looks like she doesn't have a care in the fucking world. I stand. The way that in the Super Bowl commercial, she was like, drop that new music. And then they actually dropped new music. I live and die. She breaks the internet every time. God, I love her.
I think Beyonce is like the true definition of a true creative. Like she takes advantage of everything that comes across her plate. And I could guarantee you she didn't. I bet you Verizon probably paid the most money to run that ad than anybody else. Even the little bullshit ass propaganda ass video that Israel tried to put in there. And I was like, fuck your raggedy ass commercial. Get the fuck out of here and go spread that propaganda somewhere else, bitch. It's free Palestine over here, motherfucker. Anyway.
Did you see the Jesus commercial?
No.
I didn't watch it either, but I do love Jesus. Just not.
Yeah, I love Jesus. Absolutely.
And American media. My favorite commercial, though, surprise to no one, was the Kanye West Yeezy commercial.
He's still promoting them raggedy ass shoes.
Oh my god,
Lord Jesus!
It's a vertical video filmed on an iPhone. He's in his car.
What?
It's so good. He literally says, like, we spent all the money on the commercial spot, so I didn't put any money into the actual commercial, but I just want to let you know, go to Yeezy.com. I'll put it right here. YEZZY. We've got new shoes and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's just like, it's so good. And they made, I think the average cost of a Super Bowl commercial, just like the actual commercial itself, not the spot, was like, I want to say like $7 million or $20 million, something crazy.
Wasn't he telling people he was like broke allegedly because of Adidas and all that, and they froze his bank accounts and shit? Where are you getting $7 million from?
He's a pathological liar. I love to hear it. He made $20 million off that commercial because people. It's just in the like, it's so genius because in the over the top, all of those commercials are over the fucking top. It's like, how many
Yeah, they
celebrities
are.
can we get together? How funny can we be? And he was
Yeah.
like, I'm literally gonna. This is the commercial. I'm posting this iPhone video, and they'll come or not. And I loved it. I'm obsessed with it.
Well, speaking of commercials, what was crazy to me was we're gonna go back to Kanye, but what was crazy to me was I saw this discourse on social media, fake outrage, where people are making a conscious choice to be upset about something that is so childish and so dumb, right? So Uber Eats, I think it was Uber Eats, they had a commercial where they were talking about something with peanuts, and the person had a peanut allergy, but it was like they still gave the person the peanuts or something. This one girl went on a whole rant on social media. I am boycotting Uber Eats because they are making fun of people with peanut allergies. Bitch.
We've all make fun of people with peanut allergies.
Ma'am, I want off this rock. I want off this ride. I can't.
Also,
I'm
people
like,
are dying.
I'm like, you really think these people sat here and was like, Sarah on TikTok? Absolutely. We gotta attack her. What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Nobody knows you fucking exist. Fuck you and your peanut ass allergy. God damn. We all allergic to something. I'm allergic to penicillin. You don't see me over here. I can't believe they're advertising for penicillin. It's horrible. But what were you telling about Ozzy Osbourne? Something going back to Kanye. Not that I wanted to, but what were you telling me? Something about was going on with him, between him and some kind of beef between him and Ozzy Osbourne?
So
Allegedly?
Drake.
Stop bringing him up. You're so obsessed with him. It's ridiculous.
I'm obsessed. Kanye and Young Thug were putting out this
okay.
album, song, session, studio recording. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
They've been teasing it for a long time. There's been all these issues with it because I don't know. Remember the time that Kanye was making like anti-Semitic remarks and saying really fucked up shit about Nazis and just was out here living his life.
I don't know. They kind of seem very similar to Nazis right now, huh? Free Palestine.
And so they had some listening parties. They finally dropped it. I think during the listening parties, Ozzy Osbourne had heard that there was a sample of one of his songs in the Kanye record that was getting released. And he said, that's a no for me, dog, because Kanye West is anti-Semitic and I don't stand for that, so he can't have this song.
Yeah, but his wife is allegedly a racist. So you're even, bitch. What the fuck?
Listen, that's the hill he's deciding to die on.
First of all, when you have Ozzy Osbourne, the man who's like drugged out, ate a whole bat's head or bird's head off, and again, your wife is unrecognizable and allegedly a racist, like,
yeah,
wow. So that's the hill you're willing to die on.
I don't know. So I guess Kanye knew this and was still like, I don't give a singular fuck. I'm releasing the song.
I love that.
So it got pulled because you can't just put out shit willy-nilly.
Isn't Young Thug in jail, right? That's the one that's in jail with the YSL thing? Or no?
No.
Who is that?
YSL. Isn't his name like YSL Young Boy or something? The one with the lawyer?
No, I think that's Young Thug. I think that's the guy Young Thug that's in prison.
Is Young Thug in jail?
Yeah.
The one with dresses?
And that's the one who you were telling about his lawyer got arrested.
Young Thug jail.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. Oh, I can't keep up with these young kids' names. Now I sound like the old people.
Young Thug's trial and YSL RICO charges. Are these?
Yes, because the group is called YSL. Yeah. But what were you telling me about his
That's his lawyer that got arrested? What an idiot.
Well, what did she get arrested for?
For gang affiliation.
What? But she's representing her client, who apparently is in a gang, allegedly. That's what they're trying to say or prove or whatever.
Who would have thought that was the same person? It's all these little rapper names now. I never know who anybody is.
It's almost like Lil' Kim and like Mace and Puffy with like Junior Mafia. Like Junior Mafia is the organization or the group name, or like Rough Riders and stuff like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Young Money,
exactly.
Here. Okay. His lawyer, or I guess the lawyer of the group, was arrested on gang charges.
She's not the main lawyer, is she? I hope not. God, dog.
She has been described as, quote, the LeBron James of the legal world, which I just don't know if I trust that. She looks like a 30-year-old white woman, so.
No. Pass.
Well, the courts have declared the YSL group a crime street gang.
Okay.
And she is affiliating with them, and so she has been tried or is being tried as well, arrested on gang charges. But her Instagram, people keep pulling up all these pictures of her, and it's like her with all this money and her with all these guns. And I'm like, I just feel like if you're a lawyer, you shouldn't post that. I don't know.
I mean, I would agree, especially if you're representing a whole organized crime situation, a RICO case.
Yeah.
I don't think you would want to add fuel to the fire and
It's
add
kind of
more
like
evidence.
the people who embezzle money and then have a Rolex and a Rolls Royce, and you're like, maybe don't do that.
Yeah, it's always the people who want to be flashy, and that's what I'm saying. These young people who never had shit who want to be flashy. If you're gonna commit crimes, just be silent. Just be silent.
Then they just can't. So
they just can't. They got to show it off.
That's fun. All that to say, I did hear the Kanye song and I liked it. So what does that say about it? Sounds like everything.
I heard the Kanye song and I liked it. I tell you what I didn't like with regard to the Chiefs though. Very very sad. There was a whole shooting at the goddamn parade this past week.
And can we not have anything?
Apparently,
it's like 3 months.
Apparently, one person died, and there were like 12 other people that were shot. But I think it was like 7 or 8 kids that actually were injured. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
It also makes me so sketched out about going to things with large crowds of people.
Yeah. Well, and then too, speaking of another shooting that happened, there was a shooting at Joel Osteen's church. The pastor of what's his church again? Doesn't matter. It's in Texas. Houston. Yeah. He had a shooting in his church. So I guess last Sunday, there was a woman that came in his church with her child. I believe her child was like 5 years old or something like that. And she came into the church with an AR-15 and started just shooting. And I think one person was shot, but I think she was the one that ended up unfortunately succumbing to her injuries and she got shot and killed, I believe.
But apparently we would run towards or away from.
Ma'am, I'm black. Why would you ask me a crazy ass question like that?
That's true.
I'll run away from anything. I'm not no thug. I'm not no savior. I ain't no hero. Baby, I will leave you everywhere. I will leave my child sitting there. I'm always thinking about myself in the time of
self-preservation.
Safety. Absolutely. The Bible says save yourself in this unto a generation. That's what I plan to do.
Amen.
But apparently her neighbors, there were neighbors that she had from a few years ago that kept complaining on her because she was allegedly terrorizing like 6 or 7 different neighbors. And they were talking about how, they had called the cops on her multiple times, saying that she was mentally unstable. They had, a few police reports and stuff like that. And the fact that they still allowed her to purchase a gun. And I'm like, that whoever did her background check needs to be responsible. And the police department who did not take those claims seriously need to be held accountable as well too. Because now this lady went rogue and these people tried to give y'all a warning. Y'all wouldn't take it.
I feel like we keep hearing shit like this where people are like, I tried to report. I tried to do what I thought I could do. And you can't do anything.
Very true.
Until it's almost too late. That's insane. Yeah. And also the shooters I'm pretty sure the shooters for the Kansas City shooting were like 17 years old.
Did they have a motive? Like, what was their motive for that? Because
I have no idea. They can't release a lot of stuff because they're minors, but that's
bullshit.
Too.
You tried as an adult at this point. Ain't no minor.
That is wild to me. Yeah, I just have. Okay, have you been on Netflix lately?
No.
Okay, there's a movie that's new to Netflix, but it's not a new movie. It's called The Assassin. It's like from 2017 or something, but there's this scene and there's this mass shooting on a beach. And I was like, and it's insane the way that it's filmed and the way you see people getting shot. I'm like, this shit is awful. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. It's getting crazy out here.
It's crazy. Let's get rid of the guns. Well, let's not get rid of the guns.
Yeah. You're saying let's get rid of the guns?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Not as a gun owner. No. Don't get rid of the guns. Exactly. What I'm saying is make it more difficult. Put us through more rigorous ways of getting guns so they're not easily accessible. Yeah.
Half the shit about getting it, like when you go to get a gun, it's like self-reporting, which is bullshit. They're like, oh, are you crazy? Like,
no, they don't even ask you that. The last gun that I purchased, I went to Academy because I just needed a quick little 9.
Sports and outdoors.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't need it quickly like that, but it was just.
I need the gun immediately.
I just wanted another one for another room in my house, and so just quick, easy access. And when I went, and the gun was like $250, a little cheap, little 9mm, right? Like little Targets. Anyway, and so when I went in, it took me all of like 25 minutes. I literally went in there and was like, hey, I want to purchase this gun. They were like, cool beans. Let's go ahead and do your background check. You fill out the shit yourself on a little iPad thing. You put your little stuff in, it comes back. Nope, you ain't done no crimes. All right, you can go ahead and get this gun. Go to the front. They're gonna lock it up. They're gonna walk you up there in 20 minutes. Boom, bam, bam. You're done.
That's Texas, baby.
And that's Texas. Now I don't know about Florida because I have not purchased a gun in Florida in a very long time.
It's harder to get one there.
Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know. I think it's very easy to get a gun in Florida, but
yeah,
you shoot that shit, you going to jail. But it's crazy. Speaking of Beyonce and the Super Bowl.
Wow, that's crazy. Anyway,
speaking of not shooting people, Beyonce is coming out with her and her mother are coming out with a hair care line. Will you be buying it?
I'm weird with celebrity hair care. I'll do celebrity skincare all day. I'll do celebrity makeup, a celebrity pan, coffee pot, plate.
Yeah, microwave.
But I'm weird about hair care. You know who I did like their hair care was randomly Gabby Union had a hair line.
Oh.
Hey, it was random, and I liked some of the stuff there. But I don't know. Even like I kind of like Tracy Ellis's Ross stuff, but
I don't like. Well, I like Taraji's stuff a little bit better than Gabby Union's and Tracy Ellis Ross, because Tracy Ellis Ross, her product is for curly hair, and I'm trying to not have as much curly hair as I have, like. Because all these products just keep saying, "Oh, define your curls." No, bitch, I want to relax these shits. I'm sick of having curly hair. Yeah, so I mean, I like Taraji's. Her hair care line was pretty cool. I didn't like a whole lot of stuff, but I didn't. Well, I'm not saying I didn't like. I'm sorry, that was the wrong word. I didn't try a whole lot of stuff. I did try a shampoo and a conditioner. I also did try Tabitha Brown's Donna's recipe. I tried her shampoo and conditioner. I actually liked the shampoo more than I liked the conditioner. And the I don't know, the conditioner just didn't work with my hair, but she has like a hair oil, and that was pretty okay. But yeah.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'll do if Beyonce tells me to jump, I say how high. Like I'm probably gonna try it, but I'm not chomping at the bit. What I am chomping at the bit for is this country album that I'm being promised.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
I'm so excited. She's putting out a country album. Lana Del Rey's putting out a country album. It's like. Ooh, crossovers I didn't know I needed.
K Michelle is too. K Michelle's putting out a country album. Yeah.
Country that I have not yeed my last haw. I will be yeehawing all year long.
I have not yeed my last haw. That's the episode title. I love that. I just love. I think people. I've heard like mixed emotions about Beyonce's country music. Obviously there are the stands that are just like, yes, queen, let's do it. I love it. But then there are people who are just like, I think her country song sucked, and I'm like. Oh, you are an idiot.
Country radio has already been like, we are not playing Beyonce. It's not real. We're not here saying this is like, the new wave of country music.
I think people are just excited the fact that they're getting new music from Beyonce so quickly after Renaissance. Like she just left from tour like 2 days ago and is like, hey bitch, we're going to the rodeo. And I love that. And I love that she's dibbling and dabbling and being free to be creative in what she wants to do. It's just the same as like K Michelle. K Michelle started off as this R&B artist and has done amazing, but she's always talked about her love for country music and, her being from Memphis, Tennessee, and how she is doing a country album. And I'm excited for her. People are just like, no, we want you to just be one way because we saw it. And I'm a hypocrite with that too. Sometimes if
I've heard you say that before. Stay in your lane.
Yes, stay in your lane. This is how we know you, but at the same time, do what you want to do. And I love it because I love the versatility.
Texas, like
yes,
grow up listening to country music, and so this is gonna be fun to get her take on country music.
Yeah, and whatever it is, it's gonna be amazing. And people were talking about, oh, she's trying to do this to compete to try to draw in Taylor Swift fans, and I'm like, do you think Beyonce is worried about Taylor Swift?
Absolutely not.
Like, what the hell? Taylor Swift ain't worried about Beyonce either.
I'm so over Taylor Swift, but yeah,
me too.
I agree. No, I'm super excited for country Beyonce. Oh, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I think it's gonna be amazing. I'll tell you what I was excited. Well, I know who's not excited adjacent to Beyonce, and I know she's probably sick of people saying this, but Kelly Rowland, we got to talk about it. So we know Kelly Rowland is an amazing singer, right? Beautiful woman, just fashion icon. Good God, she never misses. Anyway, so she
Truly.
was more famously and notably a member of Destiny's Child.
30% of Destiny's Child.
True. Well, was it 33%? I mean, the
33%.
original.
Oh,
Got to count the original.
I'm talking about when if I had to take a poll right now and I said how many members were in Destiny's Child, 90% of people are going to say 3.
No, that's not the original. They're not the faithful original members because it's 5. They're not the original fans. I mean,
I understand. I'm just telling you what the people are going to say.
You know what I love though? I love that either way, if people say 5 or 3, nobody counts Farrah. I love that. No one gives a fuck about her. They're just like, who was that? No, I mean, that's no diss to her because I don't know who she is, but I'm just saying.
She wasn't at least in the Proud Family music video.
No, she wasn't.
Then I don't know her.
She was not. She wasn't in the Proud Family when she was gone by then. She was only in, what was it? I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Bootylicious.
Oh.
I think that was the only one she was in. Yeah.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't either. But anyway, Kelly, basically this week, people have been, I think because it is Black History, and a lot of Black women have been able to relate to and defend Kelly Rowland. So she was supposed to be on Good Morning America, co-hosting with Hoda. And apparently, allegedly, there was some issue with her dressing room. And as you know, dressing room is a place for you and your team to try to get dressed and just try to have a zen moment. You're about to be on national TV live where there is no such thing as cut. It's just going. So you have to be, aware of what's going on. So anyway, apparently her dressing room was not up to her standards and not up to par. And she asked for better accommodations. They did not accommodate for whatever reason. Whether they didn't have the space or not. Somebody said that they checked, like J-Lo was in the green room, and the green room was significantly bigger, allegedly, than the holding room that Kelly was supposed to be in. And so Kelly politely, her and her team said, absolutely not. We will not be doing the show today. And they left. Now, there was Bethany Frankel, her ugly self. Anyway, she made a comment that was just like, oh, this is not the time to be doing diva behavior. And I've been on there plenty of times. Bitch, we know you're itching for some attention.
Bethany Frankel.
Thank you. You've been canceled from everything in life. Shut the fuck up. Your damn skin don't even like you. Shut up. And she just, I'm like, first of all, as a Black woman, you're always being seen as second class, right? Always being given scraps. And I think for Kelly Rowland too, and this is me reaching, right? I'm reaching for the stars. Kelly Rowland has pretty much been very unproblematic in her career, I feel like.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a lot of controversy that has followed her. Also, too, you haven't really heard about Kelly acting like a supposed diva or demanding crazy things, right? I feel like in this day and time, if this woman asks for a better room, that's the least y'all can do is give Kelly Rowland a better room. She's not a problematic person who comes in and just like, I need all. She seems to be a very humble person, a very nice person, recognizable. Just a very humble spirit. And I'm like, those conditions had to be pretty bad for her to walk her ass up out of there.
Yeah. Also,
and say, we done.
And someone who's like fame hungry or is always trying to get outside, or you can tell is super or if this was Nicki Minaj, it'd be a very different story.
Exactly.
But she is unproblematic. So, and also it's well within her right to be like, this is fucked up. Y'all are just treating me like this because I'm a Black woman and I can feel it. The vibes are off and I'm out of here because I don't need this show.
Yeah, and just because you accept the scraps that some other people throw at you don't mean that everybody else has to. Bitch,
I'm Beyonce's friend. I don't need to do this shit.
But not even bringing Beyonce into it. I'm Kelly fucking Rowland, bitch. I'm in a whole new movie with Tyler Perry and on Netflix and everything. All this shit I done did.
A Tyler Perry movie?
Well, but it's one of those it's not. I think it is Tyler Perry's. What is called Mea Culpa or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's his deal along with his deal with Netflix.
Oh.
And they had a big premiere, but I think that was part of her promo and stuff. But I'm just like, yeah, you need to be in a good headspace when you're on promo and making sure that you are upholding your own standards, because again, people will only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And kudos to Kelly, because I would have walked the fuck up out of there too.
Not during these 29 days.
Hell no. She don't have to. Kelly Rowland has worked long enough in this industry where she can demand a bigger room. And we don't know how many people came with her.
Mm-hmm.
And what if they put her in a little, a porta potty? Hell no.
And guess who stepped up right to take her spot?
Who?
Rita Ora.
Can I ask a real honest question? And this is not me doing a dig. Rita Ora is a singer, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what is she like? What's her song that she's like famous for? Do we know?
So she's not, and here's
Oh.
why, I think.
Okay.
So for a long time, it was rumored allegedly that Rita Ora was Jay-Z and Beyonce's third.
Oh.
And that she was on, because in the same way that people think Rihanna, Jay-Z, and Beyonce also had a strange relationship altogether.
Nah, I don't know if I believe that.
That was like in the early days of Rihanna, and then Rihanna was like, I'm out because she felt like someone was trying to stifle her music, allegedly.
Gotcha.
And supposedly there's this, I feel like we've talked about it before, where like Beyonce has this allegedly has this reputation for being able to kind of hold people's music, right? Just depending. So like they said she kind of did that to Chloe and Halle.
Didn't they say Rihanna did that allegedly to SZA?
Yeah. Yes. And so apparently Rita Ora, that Beyonce did this to Rita Ora. So she has done nothing. She was like she had this like spark of popularity, and then no music ever, and then was just always at these places with these people. Like she's always like Rock Nation brunches and with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and knows all these famous people and is always around but doesn't do shit. She was in one of the Shades movie. Actually, she might have been in all of them, and she sung some songs for that.
Gotcha.
But she's just someone who's always everywhere and no one fucking knows why. And then she married Taika Waititi. Do you know who that is?
Who the hell is that?
He's an actor. You would know him if you saw him. What would you know him from?
What is his name again?
Taika, Taika.
Taika Waititi?
He is from, I want to say
I don't know this man. I see the picture, but I don't know this man. He was in Thor.
He's in Thor.
No.
But in Thor, he you wouldn't know him because he doesn't look like himself.
I have no clue who this man is. I've never seen this. Sorry to this man.
Okay, well, she just married that guy.
Okay. Sounds good.
And she seems happy. But I don't know. I didn't watch it, but I'm happy. I like Rita Ora. I feel like she's
a beautiful woman. I just didn't know really what her songs were like.
She doesn't have. I think she has popular songs from the 50 Shades franchise, but
okay,
you wouldn't. It might have played on the radio a little bit.
Gotcha.
But it's one of those weird things, kind of like in the same way that if you didn't know all the shit about JoJo and how she was in that shitty contract and that's why none of her music got put out, and you're like, wow, JoJo seemed like she was going to be really, really famous, and she kind of was, you know.
You talking about JoJo the singer, JoJo R&B singer?
Yeah.
They did her so wrong.
Yeah, and the same way that if you didn't know all that, you'd be like, why the fuck isn't she more famous? It's the same thing with Rita Ora. You're like, it had all the makings for something that should have been.
What's funny is she's more famous in the black community than she probably is in the white community.
Also so interesting.
Because if you close your eyes, you'll swear it's a black woman singing. It's kind of like the Yeba effect as well, too. Oh, like Yeba sounds like a black woman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she sounds like a black woman. But if you follow her career, she's been around a lot of black churchy singers from, but anyway. I'll tell you what else is not being played with, or not being played. Fonnie Willis, we got to talk about it. Oh, Jesus Lord. Oh. Fonnie Willis is the district attorney for the Fulton County district attorney. Fulton County is actually in the state of Georgia. And as you know, Trump is currently on trial there for allegedly trying to steal an election, basically.
Where is it?
Exactly, because even in New York, actually, he just had a loss from Letitia James, who is the attorney general there, and she had a lawsuit against him, and he has to now pay over $350 million in damages, and he is barred from running any businesses, starting any businesses, being on the board of any businesses for the next 3 years. Of course, his team, I'm quite sure, is going to appeal it, but that was a very big victory for Letitia James and her team. But in the state of Georgia, Fonnie Willis is a district attorney who is presiding over the case, or not presiding over, I'm sorry, is the prosecution on the case for the election overthrow and everything that happened in Georgia with Trump. And so apparently, allegedly, for the particular podcast, She is not on trial, but there was a special hearing because Trump's team tried to bring up misconduct charges on her or filings of misconduct. So what ended up happening was Fonnie Willis has an assistant on the case, or an assistant like prosecutor, right? Who is a black man. And so Fonnie Willis is also black, a black woman. And she had originally asked the governor, the former governor of Georgia, to try this case with her. And so he took the stand and said, listen, she asked me to come and join it first. And I told her no, because, I had been the governor for 4 years and I've walked around with security before. I didn't want to do it again. And I knew that if I took on this case against Trump,
South, they're going to pull up anything that they can, which
is exactly. And he was afraid of getting death threats. So he was like, absolutely not. I'm not taking this case. And, he talked about her, how he revered her, and she was an amazing prosecutor, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, the assistant prosecutor and her had a romantic relationship, but they had the romantic relationship after he came on this case.
So the Trump administration, the series.
It's crazy. So the Trump administration is trying to say allegedly that there was misconduct, that she only hired him for that, that she basically hired her boyfriend or whatever, because he is legally still married and filed for divorce during this whole proceeding. So they were like, oh, we could try to, just grab it at the straws, and this is pretty much a way that we can get out of this situation.
Honestly, if I was on the other side, I would be like, oh, this is let's easy lob, and
absolutely,
no matter what, it's going to be messy, so we might as well just bring up all this shit. Damn, absolutely, you can't give him anything.
But I agree with that, but at the same time, here's the thing. Fonnie Willis is a black woman. Black women in corporate spaces, we know what we are doing. Mm-hmm. As messy as it may seem, there is no way that she did not see this coming, because of how people were like, oh, she's nervous, her voice is cracking. And I'm like, y'all clearly haven't been around a lot of black women who gather people together, because mm-hmm. Fonnie Willis was very relaxed on that stand.
I didn't know shit about shit. I watched her sit down and start talking, and I was like, this is why she's good at her job. I would have been like, whatever you want. Yep.
And I love how some of the questions that they asked her, she just went off onto these crazy ass tangents. She was like, well, did you give him cash? And she's like, lady, I've given him cash maybe a handful of times. Like, my dad was born in 19 so-and-so. And he used to always tell me, Fonnie, you need to make sure that you have a safe with cash in your house, because that's what black people do. And they called this lady daddy to the stand. And I'm like, what? And what was crazy was, again, I will always say this, don't ever underestimate black Southern educated men and women. This man got on the stand and he said, he was talking about COVID in 2019. So the lawyer interrupts him and was like, no, COVID happened in 2020. He was like, ma'am, listen to me. You have to understand, I'm a world traveler. And even though they announced COVID in 2020, that shit happened in 2019. I was over in Africa.
It's called COVID-19.
People are not smart. People are not smart, because we were getting COVID cases in before they called it COVID. Like before they sounded the trumpet that it was a whole damn pandemic.
The signage that said, bitch, don't go to Wuhan was up in 2019.
Thank you. And so he was like, I'm not trying to be racist, but it is a black thing where he was like, I'm not trying to be racist, but it is a black thing where, my parents even told me, you always have somewhat of cash in your pocket. He was like, I was doing a fellowship at Harvard. He said, and he was like, when Fonnie was a little girl, me, Fonnie's mother, and myself, I had an American Express card, and I tried to pay for our tickets with the American Express card. They would not accept my credit card. He said, and they told me that our tickets cost $9.95. And thank God I had a $10 bill on me to pay our fare for us to be able to get home. I said, baby, this is why Fonnie Williams is the way Willis. Why keep always trying to call her Williams? It's Willis.
It sounds way black.
True. But I said, this is why Fonnie Willis is who she is, because baby, her daddy, baby, she is her father's child, okay? Yeah. And every which way they tried to turn that whole thing, she was like, first of all, no, you're confused. She was like, I am not on trial, no matter how hard you try to make me on trial, but because these people tried to steal. She pointed to them, these people tried to steal an election. I said, y'all better quit playing with black women in Black History Month.
I don't care about sides. I don't care about, I love an educated, well-spoken black woman. I will hang my hat on that hook every time.
Listen, we are just phenomenal. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, we'll gather you together, and people are like, "Oh, why is she so angry? Why is the judge letting this happen?" And I'm like,
knew that's the first thing someone was gonna say.
every time a Black woman is calm, and the way she was sitting in the chair, she was sitting in the chair like this. And lady was like, "Did you ever write him a check? Did you give him cash?" She was like, "Lady, I don't have checks. It's 2024. I don't have checks. No." And I love that how poised she was, because I'm like, all Black women knew that she was not upset. She was not agitated. She was not being arrogant. She was very sure in what she was saying. And she was calling people out, "No, you're a liar." But also, too, this wasn't a trial, people. Yeah.
So
this was a hearing.
She works with these people. She works with these types of people. She's been around this environment. She's like, this ain't shit. I know. Like, I mean, clear.
I just feel like, too, like this was just a smoke and mirrors attempt for Trump's team, which was a valid take, right? Like, they would have been stupid not to do it.
As a lawyer, it's your job to just pull whatever you can and see if something sticks.
Exactly. And that's exactly what they were doing. And I'm like, y'all gonna lose, because there was no misconduct. Who cares if she wanted to fuck her coworker? Like, who the fuck cares? People fuck coworkers all the time. Let it the fuck go.
Let it go.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane, but it was hilarious though. Like, you could tell people who have never been gathered by a Black person before, because they were just, "Oh, you can hear it in her voice. She's so nervous." I was like, this lady is the district attorney and came after the president of these United States. She ain't nervous, because she wouldn't have got this far if she didn't have a case.
He was as relaxed as Flo Rida was when he was in that court making them all listen to his music.
Pretty much. And just like, "I'm getting my millions. Oh yeah." But
good line right here.
She was, oh my gosh, Fonnie Willis for president. That's all I'm saying. I love it. I love it when a black lawyer gets people together. I love it. It almost made me want to go to law school for like 2 seconds, but I was like, hell no, fuck that shit. I'll tell you another Black woman who has been amazing, and a lot of people don't know who this person is, but you need to go to TikTok and find out, because it's an amazing series. So when we're talking about very well articulated women who just know how to storytell and things of that nature, this week there was this story by a content creator, or I don't even know if she's a content creator. I think she's just a random person on TikTok. Yeah. Her name is Ressa Tessa, or Ressa Tessa. Ressa Tessa, that's what it is. REESATESSA. This young lady has a series that she just put out called Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
Bitch, I saw that. I didn't watch it.
Alyssa, I watched all 50 parts on 2x speed. Cause you know what? She talks slow. Let me just tell you this. As a person who talks very fast in real life, I have a visceral response, and I actively want to kill people who talk very slow. It does something with, I don't know if it's like psychopathic ways or something. I don't know. I will bust you in your head if you talk too fucking slow. I cannot stand slow talkers. Anyway, I've only slowed down just for the podcast so y'all can hear what I'm actually saying. But in real life, I talk fast as fuck. Anyway,
the best feature on the phones now is like on podcasts, on Audible, and everything. You can speed up. I've speed it up.
Yes, because even with Miss Pat, I listened to her book, and Miss Pat is actually like speaking her audiobook. However, Miss Pat talks very slow. And she reads slow. She don't talk slow. She reads slow. And she was talking about how, she was like, I don't like to read out loud like that. So I literally had to put her shit on like 2.5 speakers. I was like, bitch, you talking too fucking slow. I need to hurry this fucking book up. God dog. But so anyway, she put out this 50-part series, and I think that this is the most eloquent, detailed series of events that this young lady has posted about how she met this man. They got married. She divorced. Like, this man was a true pathological liar, allegedly, according to her.
There's no story I love more than a woman who uncovered that she married a piece of shit.
Girl, it took me like on 2x speed, it took me about like 3 hours to get through, but I was very productive. I did like 3 loads of laundry. I was able to like...
It's a 50-part. I just saw the first video.
Yeah, no. Because all of her videos are like 10 minutes long.
What?
Yeah.
What happened to this woman?
Girl, I'll just give you a couple snippets. She met this man on a dating website. Now she does give a disclaimer that she ignored a lot of red flags about her ex-husband. A lot of her. She was like, I ignored, like, this man had what did she say? Olympic flags worth of red flags. And she was like, I take full accountability. I take full responsibility. She's like, I'm always be transparent and be honest, even if it makes me look bad. Because she was like, this is actually therapeutic for me. I've been in therapy. So apparently she's been divorced since 2021. And so anyway, but she got married in 2020, which is crazy, or 2021, and they got together in 2020. Anyway, she met this man. Give you some context. She lives in Atlanta, okay, and right. So he lied about a whole lot of stuff. He lied about who he is. He lied about where he lived, who he was from, relatives that passed away. He lied about the timeline of everything. He had lied about how many ex-wives he had. He just lied about everything. He claimed that he played arena ball and was trying to buy houses and stuff, and always had an excuse for everything. And a lot of the things that she ignored because she just wanted to be. She said verbatim, I wanted it to finally be my turn. And the things that he did in the very beginning, you know, allowed her to feel like this was her turn, like being a single woman, being an educated single woman, having a good job, having a place, and just not having to deal with the responsibilities of the bills and all that kind of stuff, and how she let her guard down really, and it cost her because she thought she wanted it to be her turn so bad, and she just ignored all of these signs. So it was very educational, and too, I think it was very relatable because in the comment section there were a lot of women who were like, yo, my ex-husband was the same, pathological liar, narcissistic, all of this.
Yeah.
And I was like,
whoa, you could catch me. I'm so good at lying.
Yo, why you think I just want to be a lesbian already? But I don't like women like that. It's just, it seems like lesbians don't deal with this type of stuff. I don't know. If any lesbians in the comments, y'all let us know. Do y'all deal with this type of narcissistic behavior, or is it just with men?
I think the thing about narcissism in men is that men are given more freedom to socially be narcissist and not deal with the repercussions. Like if you're a female narcissist, like you can't get away with it as easy. But there's a lot of things you can do as a man.
Yeah.
Being a narcissist that are just like, oh, he's a boss. Oh, yeah. He's being a man. He did.
But the undertone of her story was really about, and this is only if you subscribe to Christianity and you are a believer of Jesus Christ. Amen. That the undertone of it was that God gave her, this young lady, so many opportunities to protect her and to pull her from the grips of this situation, but she continued to ignore the protection that God kept giving her. Yeah. Like, for example, the very first date they had, on her way to the restaurant, her tire blows out. Ooh. So instead of her going home, she calls the young man. But here's what the young man did that would, I think, make any woman feel like this is a sign that this might be the one, right? Because it's the bare minimum that they should do, but we just look at it as and overhype it, right? So the tire blows out. She calls him and was like, hey, I'm on my way to the restaurant, but I just need, I'm calling AAA, blah, blah, blah. He was like, don't worry about it. Where are you? I'll come meet you. The man came from the restaurant to the side of the road where she was, changed her tire, then took her to the tire place, bought her a brand new tire, and still went to dinner. Now you would think, oh my God, my knight in shining armor. But the blowout was for you to take your ass home. But it like the undertone of it was really that God gives you so many chances to escape. He really does. It ain't even the devil. It's us. It's what we want. It's our crazy ass desires. And well, I won't say our desires are crazy. It's our desires and it's our impatience because we want it now. We want what we want and we want it now. And God is like, I blew your tie out for a reason, bitch, and you didn't die.
God doesn't wear a watch.
And instead of you just canceling the date, you decide, oh, you're going to call him and be like, oh, yeah, you can come on and rescue me. Bitch, I just blew your tire for a reason. Goddamn. But it was.
You just got to listen to your gut. And it's so
you
hard.
You
start feeling crazy.
You do. And you start to make sure you want to make sure that you're not self-sabotaging and that you're not making mountains out of molehills, like, because you know the saying if it's too good to be true, then it is. And then it's like, well, how do you go between the balance of, well, I asked God for this and he's giving it to me seeming like, so then why would I not trust that this is what God has given me? But there were so many other red flags, so many different questions that she didn't ask, and which confirmed why I am the way that I am on a first date. Bitch, I'm asking, you need to bring a whole detailed printout of your background. Cause fuck the coffee. I don't give a damn who paying for this shit. I can pay for my goddamn self. I want to see your background check. That's all. Cause it was so many goddamn twists and turns, girl. I was in my house screaming. I know my neighbors were like, "What the fuck is going on over there?"
Oh, that's gonna be my little nighttime treat.
Girl, I'm telling you, put it on 2x and then stream it to your TV so it's bigger. And put the sound bar on. She has a really soothing voice, but just put it on 2x. I'm telling you, you'll get through it in a couple hours.
It off because she had those like heatless curler rod in her hair.
Yeah.
And the way she started talking, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. I gotta save this."
What was so funny was the comments were like, "Damn, bitch, how long is your commute?" Because she did so many parts while she was in her car. But I'm like, y'all, she lives in Atlanta. Atlanta traffic is horrible, so of course she's gonna have a long ass commute. But
if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right.
And that's what she was saying. That's what she kept saying. She was not doing this for pity. She wasn't doing this to expose the young man, but she was just basically doing it to help women in general, just to get back to trusting their own gut. Your gut is never going to lead you astray. If you listen to it, it will guide you the right way. So yeah, it was that was a great series, to say the least.
Huh.
But I tell you,
watching, are you talking about what we're watching?
No, yeah, we can. Mm-hmm.
I started watching the Mr. and Mrs. Smith show that I always want to call him Childish Gambino, but now he's going by not Danny Glover, Donald.
It's Childish Gambino. Donald, yeah.
Childish Gambino. I started watching that. It was actually pretty good.
Really? I thought I saw that and I wanted to watch, but I was like, it's gonna be cheesy. I ain't want.
It actually wasn't. I really like that girl. And he does a good job. It's kind of funny because it's kind of the same personality wise in the movie. Like they're both assassins, but like she's more just like dry and uptight and
like flat affect.
He's kind of like goofy.
Gotcha.
And I've only seen a couple episodes, but it's pretty good. I also watched that show One Day on Netflix. Binged it. It was so cute. It's just like a little coming of age rom-com. So I thought there's a lot of rom, not much com. I was sobbing by the end of it.
Okay. You weren't expecting that.
When I tell you twists, turns, and I just didn't see it coming. I usually can call it, couldn't call it. I got.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully you had some good snacks with those movies and stuff.
I've been eating some snacks. Oh, you know what I ate this weekend, snack wise? Have you ever had, like, do you put lime on your chips ever? Like your Lay's potato chips?
Oh, yeah. I love lime chips.
I hadn't had it in a long time, but it was like Lay's potato chips, lime, and Frank's hot sauce. Jesus.
I ate this new thing. So you know how Costco has new things all the time.
You love a Costco find.
I love, especially when I feel like it's vegetarian to a degree. So I saw this thing and it was like a 6-jar thing and it looked like it was like Oreos. So it had like the Oreo cookie crumbles at the bottom and then like a layer of like, it looked like, Oreo cheesecake stuff and then crumbles at the top, right? So I'm just like eating this stuff and I'm like, oh my God, eating one of them a day. Amazing little dessert, right? So then all of a sudden I just look on the package and I'm like, let's see how many calories in here. Because of course I didn't care about that. I just saw Oreos and got excited.
Yeah.
So I look on the package and this shit gives a disclaimer talking about not safe for vegetarian or not appropriate for vegetarians. I was like, what the fuck is in this shit? Well, because there's beef gelatin. I was like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm still gonna eat this shit.
You're like, oh, I'm not that kind. Listen,
I'm not that kind of vegetarian. I'm the kind that I'm not gonna eat the meat. But if you hide it in there and I ain't gonna know,
scary though.
I'm gonna eat. Yeah, I was like, not suitable for vegetarians. I was like, I wish I would have known this before I bought 3 of these things.
That's like, did you see all those people or like the Trader Joe's video that was going around and this girl was like, yeah, it's so cheap, but like, is it really meat? Like, how is it this cheap if it's really meat? And I was like,
see, I've never bought meat from Trader Joe's. I've only bought just like their produce and stuff like that.
Well, I buy like all the freezer meals. I love a frozen Trader Joe's meal.
And all of it is chock full of sodium, so you're going to get heart disease either way, allegedly. So it's the same thing as Aldi, because apparently Aldi, I guess the owner of Aldi's and the owner of Trader Joe's are brothers.
Yeah, who'd have thought?
So they use the same business plan. So I'm like, yeah, that's why the shit's so cheap. But you're
picture.
But the thing is, they've proven that food should not cost as much as it does.
Yeah, insane. It's cheaper. I think they said because of the prices of food right now, it's cheaper to eat out. Like,
well, what does his name say? Orlando Brown. He was going off. He was like, You bitches are charging us for grapes and apples that the Lord has given us that grows out of the ground. You bitches will burn in hell. I agree with you, Orlando Brown, because that's true. We're on a floating rock, paying bills and paying for fruits and vegetables that grow in the ground that Jesus himself created.
It's like if someone started bottling air to sell it. This shit's supposed to be free.
Isn't that the Lorax does that?
Yes. We are
They're gonna do that one day. A war gonna break out. We already know what's gonna happen at some point.
Water wars. The water wars are coming.
Speaking of war, I am praying for the men, women, and children that are currently in Gaza and Rafah specifically, because while we were celebrating and having a great old time with Usher on the stage, throwing it back with Ludacris and all them motherfuckers, Israel was bombing Rafah, even though it was considered a safe zone, and told them, oh, you need to evacuate to Rafah, and then they bombed it. So, pieces of shit. God damn, I swear. Anyway, I don't want to get upset because I've already been screaming about it earlier. But I just, this world is trash. This world is absolute trash. And I just, yeah, it's so stupid because it's like, you're so helpless. Like, and people say, oh, we got enough going on in America. You're right. We do. We do. However, the shit that we have going on right now in the United States is not to be compared to what the Congo is going through and Sudan and Palestine are going through.
Get up and walk outside and go to the store and come back, go to work and come home. See your
exactly.
Want to, like,
we don't have big bombs being dropped on us. We don't have our water and electricity being cut off like that. Like, I mean, we have programs and stuff. I got rats. You know, you go to a hospital, they can't turn you away.
Get on this little screen once a week and come and talk my shit with you and say whatever I want and then put it out into the world.
Exactly. And not be killed for it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. One last thing I want to talk about, I'm not sure if you want to talk about anything else. I got to talk about your homegirl, Rachel Dolezal.
No, I refuse. That is slander. Not my homegirl. Not my homegirl.
I kind of feel like she was. I thought you said that was your homegirl a few episodes ago.
Absolutely 0%. I do love someone who can commit to a bit, but also blackface isn't a bit. It's just racist. So no, not my homegirl.
Well, I mean, she kind of just changed her hair.
Also, her name. What does she go by now?
So y'all know Rachel Dolezal, the white lady who keeps pretending she's black, and she has mental health disorders. Anyway, she now has changed her name to Kechi, which is Nkechi, Diallo, Diallo, and apparently she's a teacher. Who the fuck let her teach our children? These are not the children that Whitney Houston was talking about.
Around children.
How you gonna let her teach the children of our future? What the hell?
She's
anyway,
a logical liar.
That's what I'm saying, and she's crazy.
She's a famous. Not only is she a big liar, she's a famous liar. She is most famous for being a liar.
And she keeps saying, "I'm not gonna stop doing it."
She's gonna double down and adopt this African ass name. Are you kidding me?
Yo,
that would be like
dedication.
I don't know what the fuck that would be like.
The dedication is nauseating, but she apparently is a teacher, and she just recently got fired from her job allegedly because apparently she was doing OnlyFans, and so somebody found her OnlyFans. I hope it was a black student. Oh God, I hope it was a black student. The serendipity of it all. Anyway, so yeah, she is back in the news again on some fuck shit. I just want her to go away. Rachel Dolezal family, please come save this bitch because she just. Oh Lord!
Somewhere she has mental health issues. Also,
anytime you just keep switching races,
you should not be allowed to profit off of your body. If you were parading your body as something it wasn't, i.e., black.
I think that can be a controversial take, but I'll leave that alone. I'll tell you off camera.
Is paying to see? Also, what is on her OnlyFans?
It's got to be sexual stuff. I saw one picture that was like
naked.
Yeah, she was in some lingerie, and I'm like, you look weird.
Who's I need a list of the people paying for this service.
It's probably Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson allegedly. You know, some of them had a dibble and dabble into white women.
She's also not like. I didn't see her and I wasn't like, oh my God, I would, pay money to see her scantily clad.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
She's not giving body. She's not serving face. I don't know.
No. She's probably doing some weird stuff on there, like reading Black stories or some shit. I bet she's doing something
what if
so
she was
odd.
reading like Uncle Tom's Cabin or something weird?
Probably.
Like, shit, yeah.
Those racist ass Dr. Seuss books. I bet you she is in her lingerie, allegedly. So fucking weird.
Time with Rachel.
Right. I tell you what else is weird. Last thing I want to talk about for real. I lied. I know earlier when I said this last thing. Anyway, I just really need everybody out there in these United States. If you are a parent, I just really need you all to either one, if you don't really want to take the responsibility of being a parent, to give your children up for adoption, right? Or give them with a family member, or stop procreating. There was a young lady in Memphis, Tennessee this past week who is in the hot seat and she should be under the jail. This mother is being investigated by Child Protective Services because she is a waxer, professional waxer, and she unfortunately allowed her 7-year-old to wax 24 of her clients' vaginas. I want y'all to hear.
I haven't even got that far.
First of all, the 24 women that allowed a 7-year-old to touch their private parts and perform waxing services should also be prosecuted for child abuse.
At what point did you think that was okay?
The fact that you would even allow, first of all, if I walk into any facility, I don't care if it's hair, nails, and I see children, I'm gonna already be like, I know what kind of appointment this is gonna be. Yeah. Let alone you touching my hair or my vagina, you have a problem.
Also, that's child labor.
It's child, but it's child abuse.
Yeah,
and damn near sexual assault. I mean,
yeah. And the thing that got me was that the mom was posting about it on Facebook, so proud of her daughter that she's abusing and forcing to work. And she's like, oh my God, so proud. These are how many women she has seen, and she has saved. I'm going to save all this money for her. It's like the lack of any kind of self-awareness or just,
exactly. Your 7-year-old. As a 7-year-old, you probably don't even have any hair on your genitals at all, and then you're just like, oh yeah, go ahead and get the stick and do that. What? And the fact that
I let a 7-year-old see me naked,
and the fact that okay, it'd be different if it wouldn't be different, but I'm just saying it'd be one thing if one person, but 24 different people, y'all sat there and was like, oh, this is fun. All of y'all should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Jesus Lord, what is this world coming to?
4 counts of child abuse.
That is disgusting. I just don't.
This sounds like a bit from Law and Order, like a crazy Law and Order scenario that someone made up.
Oh, it's I can guarantee you that they are gonna. Olivia is gonna have this. I can get within the year.
Olivia Benson written all.
Absolutely. Benson and Stabler. It's absolutely going to happen. I really need y'all as parents. If you're going to do shit like this, please don't procreate. Please give your children away something. I just need y'all to be, Jesus, protect these children. Anyway.
That is insane.
Disgusting. And this was in Memphis, not in Florida. So I don't want to hear y'all shit in the comments.
Florida.
Because y'all know y'all be like, oh, the Florida man, Florida woman. No, this is a Memphis girl. During Black History Month. Jesus, Lord. But anyway, anything else we can talk about before we get out of here?
Nope. You watching anything? Have you seen anything?
Yeah. Risa Tessa.
I was just going to say, other than your 50-part TikTok.
The 50 part, why I'm telling y'all, it'll bless your soul. For every woman and man out there, it'll make you do some research on people. I don't care if you're married. Now people are like, I don't know who I married. Let me go find out and do some background. Y'all better go do some background checks and figure out who these people are.
Tell you who they are.
They really, and God does give us a chance to escape. And a lot of times we just don't even. He'd be like, turn right, and we'd be like, huh? You said go straight.
You want to talk about God? I was driving to Dallas this weekend, and
hallelujah.
I always pray when I'm on the road, and I'm just like, protect me. I want to make it to where I'm going. Let's do it safely.
Yeah.
When I tell you I ended this prayer, started driving down my little road and got a good bloop, bloop, pulled right the fuck over, speeding. And I was like,
you got a speeding ticket?
I did. He said, oh, bitch, you want to be safe? Why don't you slow the fuck down? I said,
don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
I didn't want to be saved. I was like, I didn't mean this. I meant protect me from.
How fast were you going? No, don't say that. Don't say that on camera. We don't want you to implicate yourself. Just in case you don't.
It was a small town where it drops down 60, 50, 40. Like,
those speed traps.
Yeah, so I was going like 15 over, trying to slow down.
Yeah.
And it's my fault. I was speeding, and it was like,
no, it's not. Those are speed traps. Don't say that. You don't incriminate yourself. No, no.
But I literally, when I tell you that I was like, Lord, just make sure I'm safe, going fucking 15 over, and
he's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, literally.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Was like, you know what? If I didn't get pulled over, I would have been 5 minutes up the road, and something horrible would have happened. So we're just gonna take it. Or I would have been. It like started raining too, and I was like, oh well, if I had still been going that speed, it would have been raining, and something crazy would have happened. So
yeah.
Give it the glory to God, but isn't that just the funniest thing?
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Well, to those people who have yesterday off, because this is going to come out on Tuesday for President's Day, I hope y'all had a great President's Day. I'm actually off work, thank God.
I just hate like that I never get bank holidays.
Federal holidays off. I'm grateful to God. I'm thankful to God for His provision, and because I need this another day. I really do, because I did tweak my leg at one point because I did something. You know how you feel really good and you're just like, whoa, bitch, you're not 100% yet. Calm down. And it was with a patient. And I had to tell the patient, I was like, no, I can't help you. So
you're gonna have to do this one on your own.
Self-preservation, baby. Fuck these patients. I can't do it.
You're already sick, so like, why do I have to be hurt?
That's what I'm saying. You're in the hospital. I don't want to be in a bed next to you, Mr. Johnson. So no, I'm gonna let you hit the floor. I'm just gonna do it. But I get a student soon, which is great. So he'll have to, and it's a guy. So he's prayerfully he's strong, because I'm not gonna do shit. And we'll see. This may be my last student for real.
Okay,
so we'll see.
Hand in hand. I'm waiting on it.
We'll see. It just depends. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, all right. Anything else you need to talk about before we get out of here?
No. Happy President's Day.
Happy President's Day. Thank you for every president. Not really, but thank you for the day off.
She said that with her chest. She said, thank you for every president.
No, I said not really. I said I'm just happy for the day off. Fuck these presidents. No, I'm kidding. All right, y'all. Y'all have an amazing week on purpose. Y'all remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your face off.
What's that, dude?
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.